5 signs you are living a meaningful life. A meaningful life is like a tapestry woven from moments of joy, purpose, and connection, creating a sense of fulfillment that transcends fleeting pleasures. In your 20s, 30s, or beyond, when you're navigating career pressures, relationships, and personal dreams, living meaningfully can feel like a quiet rebellion against society's push for more money, status, or stuff. It's about aligning your days with what truly matters to you, crafting a life that feels rich and authentic. The good news? Your habits and choices send clear signals about whether you're living a meaningful life, offering a roadmap to deepen your sense of purpose and joy. In this article, we're diving into 5 research-backed signs, grounded in positive psychology and insights from experts like Viktor Frankl and studies in the Journal of Positive Psychology, that show you're on this fulfilling path. By the end, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to nurture these habits to live with intention and heart. Stay with us until the end, because you might be living more meaningfully than you realize, and small shifts can amplify your life's richness. Let's get started and uncover what your daily life is telling you about its meaning. Sign 1. You find joy in small, everyday moments. One of the most vibrant signs you're living a meaningful life is finding joy in small, everyday moments, savoring a warm coffee, laughing with a friend, or noticing a sunset. According to a 2019 study in Emotion, people who regularly appreciate micro moments of joy report higher life satisfaction and emotional resilience. If you're pausing to cherish these fleeting delights, you're weaving meaning into your days. Imagine 2 co-workers, Mia and Ethan, both 29 years old. Mia smiles at the sight of her cat napping in a sunbeam, feels warmth from a kind stranger's nod, and savors her evening tea. These moments make her feel alive and grounded. Ethan, however, rushes through his day, barely noticing small joys like a blooming flower or a funny text. He thinks meaning comes from big achievements, but what he doesn't realize is that overlooking these moments could be dimming his sense of fulfillment, leaving him chasing distant goals. Why do small joys matter? Your brain is wired to respond to positive stimuli, and savoring everyday moments boosts endorphins, enhancing mood and perspective. The Emotion study found that people who find joy in daily life feel more connected to their purpose, as these moments anchor you in the present. It's about noticing, not forcing happiness. The good news? You can cultivate this habit. Pause 3 times a day to notice something joyful, a tasty meal, a child's giggle, or a cozy blanket, and describe it to yourself. Keep a joy journal to note one daily moment that sparks warmth. Try mindfulness apps like Calm to stay present. If you're missing these joys, don't despair. Savor one moment today, like the taste of your lunch, and see how it lifts you. Ask yourself, do you find joy in small moments, or are you always waiting for big wins? Everyday joy today weaves meaning tomorrow. Sign 2. Your actions align with your core values. Living a life where your actions align with your core values, whether integrity, compassion, creativity, or growth, is a powerful sign you're crafting a meaningful existence. According to a 2020 study in the Journal of Happiness Studies, value-driven behavior enhances well-being and a sense of authenticity. If your choices reflect what matters most to you, you're building a life of purpose. Picture 2 friends, Ava and Noah, both 34 years old. Ava volunteers at a local shelter, driven by her value of kindness, and chooses a career that lets her teach, aligning with her love for learning. These choices make her feel whole. Noah, however, works a high-paying job that clashes with his value of creativity, chasing promotions to impress others. He feels empty but assumes it's just adult life. What Noah doesn't realize is that misaligned actions could be draining his sense of meaning, leaving him disconnected from his true self. Why does alignment matter? Values are your inner compass, guiding decisions that feel right and fulfilling. When actions match values, you live authentically, reducing internal conflict. The Journal of Happiness Studies found that value-aligned people report higher life satisfaction and lower stress. Misalignment breeds regret and disconnection. The good news? You can align your life. List your top 3 values: family, honesty, adventure, and check if your daily choices reflect them. Adjust one action, like saying no to tasks that clash with your values or spending an hour on a value-driven hobby. If you feel off track, don't stay stuck. Reflect on one value you cherish and take a small step to honor it this week. Ask yourself, do your actions match your values, or are you living someone else's script? Value-driven choices today create meaning tomorrow. If you're finding these insights inspiring, Please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here, and consider subscribing with notifications on for more content like this. Let's move on to the next sign. Sign 3. You maintain strong, authentic relationships. Maintaining strong, authentic relationships with friends, family, or partners who know and accept the real you is a profound sign you're living a meaningful life. According to Harvard's 80-year grant study, 2017, close relationships are the strongest predictor of long-term happiness and purpose, outranking wealth or fame. If you're nurturing genuine connections, you're anchoring your life in meaning. Consider two neighbors, Sophie and Lucas, both 31 years old. Sophie invests in her friendships with weekly calls, shares honest conversations with her partner, and attends family gatherings, feeling deeply supported. Lucas, however, keeps relationships surface level, avoiding vulnerability and prioritizing work over connection. He feels okay but often lonely, assuming deep bonds take too much effort. What Lucas doesn't realize is that shallow ties could be eroding his sense of meaning, as humans thrive on authentic connection. Why do relationships matter? Authentic bonds provide belonging, emotional safety, and a mirror for your growth, all core to a meaningful life. The Grant study found that strong relationships boost emotional and physical health, while isolation increases risks of depression. Authenticity, being your true self, makes ties meaningful. The good news? You can deepen connections. Schedule a heartfelt catch-up with a friend, share a personal hope or fear, or join a group aligned with your interests, like a book club. Practice vulnerability by listening and opening up. If your relationships feel distant, don't let them fade. Reach out to one person this week with honesty and note the warmth it brings. Ask yourself, do you nurture authentic relationships, or keep people at arm's length? Deep connections today build meaning tomorrow. Sign 4. You feel a sense of purpose in your work or hobbies. Feeling a sense of purpose in your work or hobbies, knowing your efforts contribute to something bigger or spark personal joy, is a dynamic sign you're living a meaningful life. According to a 2021 study in Frontiers in Psychology, engaging in purpose-driven activities enhances well-being and motivation. If your work or passions light you up, you're infusing your life with meaning. Think about two colleagues, Olivia and Mason, both 35 years old. Olivia runs a small bakery, pouring her love for creativity and community into every pastry, feeling fulfilled by her impact. She also paints, a hobby that sparks joy. Mason, however, works a desk job that feels pointless to him, with no time for hobbies he once loved, like music. He feels stuck but assumes purpose is a luxury. What Mason doesn't realize is that lacking purpose in his work or hobbies could be dulling his sense of meaning, leaving him unmoored. Why does purpose matter? Purpose gives your efforts direction, connecting daily tasks to a larger why, whether it's helping others or expressing yourself. The Frontiers in Psychology study found that purpose-driven people report higher life satisfaction and resilience. Purpose can come from a job, volunteering, or a hobby. It's personal. The good news? You can find purpose now. Reflect on what makes you lose track of time, writing, teaching, gardening, and spend 30 minutes a week on it. Align work tasks with your strengths or values, like mentoring a coworker. If purpose feels absent, don't stay adrift. Try a new hobby or volunteer role this month to spark meaning. Ask yourself, do your work or hobbies feel purposeful, or are you just going through the motions? Purposeful efforts today create meaning tomorrow. If you're feeling motivated by these ideas, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here, and consider subscribing with notifications for more inspiring content. Let's move to the final sign. Sign 5. You regularly reflect on your personal growth. Regularly reflecting on your personal growth, taking time to assess how you're evolving, learning, and overcoming challenges, is a vital sign you're living a meaningful life. According to a 2020 study in the Journal of Positive Psychology, self-reflection fosters self-awareness and a sense of progress, key to a fulfilling life. If you're pausing to consider your journey, you're cultivating deep meaning. Picture two friends, Chloe and Ryan, both 28 years old. Chloe journals weekly, noting lessons from challenges, like handling stress better, and celebrating wins, like mastering a new skill. This practice makes her feel connected to her growth. Ryan, however, avoids introspection, pushing through life without pausing to reflect. He thinks reflection is navel-gazing, but what he doesn't realize is that skipping it could be disconnecting him from his sense of meaning, leaving him unaware of his own progress. Why does reflection matter? Reflection helps you process experiences, recognize growth, and align with your purpose, creating a narrative of meaning. The Journal of Positive Psychology found that reflective people report higher emotional intelligence and life satisfaction. It's about learning, not judging. The good news? You can start reflecting today. Spend 5 minutes daily journaling about a recent experience, what you learned, felt, or want to improve. Ask questions like, what am I proud of this week? Or how have I grown? Try meditation to focus inward or discuss your growth with a trusted friend. If reflection feels foreign, don't shy away. Write one sentence about a recent lesson and build from there. Ask yourself, do you reflect on your growth or race through life? Reflection today deepens meaning tomorrow. Final thoughts. Now that you've explored these 5 signs, finding joy in small, everyday moments, aligning actions with your core values, maintaining strong, authentic relationships, feeling purpose in work or hobbies, and regularly reflecting on personal growth, take a moment to reflect on your own life. Are you seeing these signs of a meaningful existence, or are there areas ready to flourish? The good news is that meaning is a journey you can shape, and every intentional choice in your 20s, 30s, or beyond weaves more richness into your days. Start today by savoring one small joy, like a warm drink, or making one choice that honors your values, like volunteering. Reach out to a loved one with honesty, spend an hour on a purposeful hobby, or journal about a recent growth moment. If you feel disconnected from meaning, don't hesitate. Talk to a mentor, join a community, or explore resources like Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl for inspiration. Your life's meaning is a masterpiece in progress, and nurturing it now will create a future brimming with purpose and joy. Don't wait for meaning to find you. Take one small step today, and watch your life bloom into something truly extraordinary.